The second option is to start your AI commentary from scratch. So you can click on summary and then start from scratch and then AI commentary and then next. And now we can start writing out our own customized but automated commentary. So the first important thing to note before you start typing or inputting data is this top option here. So if you have monthly, then any information you input is going to be monthly. Again, over here, we selected Jay's Cupcake Company, so any information we input will be for Jay's Cupcake Company. So if you would like to include quarterly revenue instead, you can just click on this drop down and select quarterly, and now when we type information down here, it would be quarterly. Same goes for this. In this entity specific report, we are including two entities, Jay's Cupcake Company and Blooming Cupcakes, and so it's important that we choose the correct entity we want to include the information for. So if we want to include information for Blooming Cupcakes, we just need to select that. So I'm going to start off with Jay's Cupcake Company monthly information as we started, and now we can go and just type out what we want. So we can just say highlight of the year is revenue of, and now we can go and tag things. So if I click at, you'll see that it will allow me to add various different types of things. So I can go and add KPIs, and if I'm in an entity specific report, I will be able to go and add custom KPIs. I could also go and add groups, or I could go and add the entity name. So we could go and say the highlights of the revenue, the highlights of the year is revenue for, and now we could go and say Jay's Cupcake Company, which is, and now we could and we could start typing revenue, and you'll see as I type it changes. So here I could either choose to include revenue charts of account, so that would be any account that's classified as revenue in the COA in layouts. I could also go and add the total revenue category, and you'll see it gives me some other options that had the same word. So I'm going to go and add the total revenue category. You'll see now it automatically includes it as monthly, and all of this is for Jay's Cupcake Company. But I can still go and change it over here, so I could choose it to be an amount. I could also go and choose it to be the prior one as well, and I could choose a comparison. So you can go and customize the information you've included here as well for revenue. So we're just wanting total revenue, so this would make sense. But if we wanted a comparison, then we might be able to make it a percent, and then this would be how much our revenue has increased compared to the prior period. Okay, so I'm actually going to go and add both. So I'm going to go add revenue, total revenue with the value, which is this percentage from the previous year compared to the prior period. Okay, so that's how you can tag information. And so just keep in mind, these are the types of things that you can tag: KPIs, groups, categories, and you can also include the entities. We could also go and customize how this looks. So I could go and make this bold. I could also say that this was great. So I could go put an emoji in, say congratulations. And we could go and insert a template for revenue. So say, for example, we wanted some custom information, but we still want the revenue template. We could go and insert that there as well. And then we could go and tweak this. So we can make this the current amount instead, if that's what is relevant to us. Next up, we're going to go look at how you can create a custom table. So if you're on the Enterprise Plus plan, then you'll be able to insert tables, which you can see over here, and it edits everything about them, from the layout, color, and borders to the contents, and whether they are bullet points or numbers. You can also expand the table to full screen, which is what we've seen over here while you're working on it, and you can insert multiple periods and prior date ranges into your table. So we're going to go and create a table. So we're going to go here and we're going to insert table, and you'll see it will automatically create a table here. But now we can go and add a row above or below, and we can go and build out that table. We can go and give it headings. So we're going to say account, we're going to say current, and we're going to say prior. Okay. And then in current, we're going to go revenue. And then we're going to go at revenue, total revenue. Make sure this is current, and then at revenue. And we're going to go and change this one to prior amount. There we go. And now we can go and add other accounts as well. We can also go and change this to be headings, and we can bold it. We just need to make it sure it selects the whole thing there. Perfect. And now we could, go customize it as we like. We could say other important factors, We could also go and include numbering or bullet points if you'd like, and you can also align the data. So if we come here, we could go and left align it, or center align, or right align to make sure the table looks exactly how you want it to. We can also have some bordering options here. So we can go and select this table and say all borders, and now you'll see they have borders. We could go border left, double border bottom, and you'll see the table changes accordingly. We can also put the date in this AI commentary. So maybe we want to have the current, and we're going to just put monthly. So that would be current month. And here we could go and put prior. So let's go make monthly, but now we want to change this to prior monthly. And now you'll see every time we create this template, it's going to auto update. So I'm going to add that to the template, and I'm going to say AI commentary example, and then we can go and see what that looks like. Just a note, tables are only available on the Enterprise Plus plan. So here's our AI commentary example. Let's just download that and see what it looks like. Cool, so here we have on our AI commentary, our highlights. You'll see that we've got increases in green. We'll see that the numbers have all automatically pulled. We didn't have to go look for that. We'll see the current is February and the prior is Jan, and the numbers have pulled automatically. So this is just a very simple example. AI commentary has many use cases. You just need to think of what commentary or what do I want to include in my report when it comes to commentary, and how can I automate that. So if there's any values in there, if there's any non-financial information that you can include as connections data, if there's any custom tables that you want to include date ranges, all of that can be automated with AI commentary. So you can go use all the tools that we've just looked through together, play around with them, and build out a custom commentary view that goes and automates the numbers. So every time you generate your report, all the numbers and percentages will automatically update because they're linked to data in Syft. So that's how Syft Start from Scratch AI commentary works.